my name is Beth Chitwood. The speech that I chose was the eulogy for Robert F. Kennedy, known as Bobby. It was given by his brother Ted Kennedy, Edward Kennedy. It was in 1968 at the St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York. It was only 5 short years after the assassination of his brother, the President John F. Kennedy. I think that, combined with the love that the nation had for the Kennedy family, is what makes it such a famous speech. I believe it is great because of what the message is in the speech. It motivates Americans and those around the world to never let a government be larger than themselves and to always love and support others. The audience was the friends and the family in the cathedral that day and others around the world that were watching it on the publicized broadcasting. The speech was clear. It was to keep dreaming and to always love and help others. He used many ethos and pathos. He used tons of emotions, and of course establishing the character, because this was a eulogy. He used a lot of repetition in his phrases. He used a lot of anaphora. He used where he talked about that he gave us strength in time of trouble, wisdom in time of uncertainty, sharing in time of happiness. There's several phrases like that you will hear in the section of the speech that I memorized. I chose a portion of the speech that is the very beginning of the speech and then a section from the end of the speech, and it truly sums up what I feel like Ted was trying to say about his brother and the kind of legacy he wanted to leave. Your Eminence, Your Excellence, Mr. President, on behalf of Miss Kennedy, her children, the parents of Robert F. Kennedy, we want to express what we feel to those that mourn with us today in this cathedral and around the world. We loved him as a brother, as a father, and as a son. From his parents to his older brothers and sisters, Joe, Kathleen, and Jack. He received an inspiration that was passed down to all of us. He gave us strength in time of trouble, wisdom in time of uncertainty, and sharing in time of happiness. He will always be by our side. Love is not an easy feeling to put into words, nor is loyalty or trust or joy, but he was all of these. He loved life completely and lived it intensely. A few years back, Robert Kennedy wrote some words about what he felt about his father that sums up the way we feel about him in this family. He said of what his father meant to him, and I quote, "What it all really adds up to is love. Not the kind of love that is described with such facility in popular magazines, but the kind of love that is affection and respect, order and encouragement and support." Our awareness of this was an incalculable strength, and because love is something unselfish that requires sacrifice and giving, we could not help but profit from it. This is the way he lived, and this is what he leaves us. My brother need not be idolized or enlarged in death greater than what he was in life. To be remembered simply as a good and decent man who saw wrong and tried to right it, saw suffering and tried to heal it, saw war and tried to stop it. Those of us who loved him and carry him to his resting place today, pray that what he was to us and what he wished for others would one day come to pass for all the world. As he said many times in many parts of the nation, to those he touched and those that sought to touch him, some men see things the way they are and say, "Why?" I dream things that never were and say, "Why not?" Thank you.